Guys, wow, I'm just getting in from my coach house where I watched the fight at. So I drove 20 minutes to jump in front of my camera to talk to you guys. Wow. All right, guys, did this fight live up to what you expected? I expect some of you guys would say, yes, it did, no, it didn't, and then some of you guys to be completely shocked. Now, the topic of the story, which is going to be in all the headlines, is the decision. But before I get to the decision, I want to touch on what each fighter could control, and that's their in-ring action. Now, from second one of the first round, I really want to see what's going to happen. It looks like immediately I saw Ward already starts going back in defensive stance, and I thought Kovalev was the aggressor in the fight. Now, to me, round one could have went either way. We saw some good jabs from both guys, some body jabs from Ward. We saw a lot of good feinting from Kovalev. Round two was a different story. The different story is you saw Kovalev actually touch Ward. He hit him with a jab. And a jab. Now, some people can say that, oh, it was an off-balance shot, or it was a shot he just didn't see, he wasn't hurt. But you can see Ward was effective in the way that he wobbled. And then he hit him with a right hand that actually set Ward down. Now, at the end of the fight, Ward said the first time in his career. I think it should be his second time in his career, but that's not the story. Let's get back to it. Okay, set him down. Now, let's break down that punch, because I believe that punch had a lot to do with the way that Ward fought the rest of that fight. Now, guys, forgive me. This is right afterwards. I'm going to forget some things, so most likely have to shoot a follow-up video to, smooth out some of these wrinkles I'm going to leave behind, but let's get back to it. All right, so Ward threw maybe a jab and looked like he was coming with a right hand. Kovalev's nicely timed counter right hand. Now, it didn't land completely flush like this. It was probably more kind of like maybe like this, maybe like a hit in the face like this. But because it caught Ward coming in, and it was a really close shot that caught Ward, from the force of the shot, the shock of probably getting actually countered, and the power, it did drop him. Ward was in trouble. Now, take a minute. Let me know, what was you thinking at this moment? What was you thinking? Here. Go ahead. I'm going to take my time, chill a little bit. Okay. Dun. I'm going to tell you what I was thinking. Holy shit. Is this fight going to be under 6 rounds? I was talking to somebody on YouTube. I was like, you know what? If it's under 6 rounds, it's going to be a knockout by Kovalev. If it's something that goes over 6 rounds, it'll probably be a decision towards Ward. But I will say this about Ward. After being dropped and being hurt and being staggered, he did show championship mentality, the way he bounced back, which is a direct reflection on his training and just being a strong fighter, because he did recover. Not only did he recover, he didn't just survive, but he actually got stronger. Now, with Kovalev, I'm going to do a little critiquing right here. I thought Kovalev could have done a better job on cutting off the ring. Sometimes he found himself chasing, which basically means, if I'm moving left, instead of just following my path, you're cutting left and you cutting that ring off, and you forcing exchanges. Now, a good thing Kovalev did was he feinted a lot. And the thing about feigning, it takes energy. It makes you react. If I'm in front of you and I do that, you got to do something, because you don't know if it's coming at you or not. So you got to move. And if you go back and watch it, just by him doing it, you see Ward reacting. You see him stepping back. Now vice versa. When Ward did the same thing to Kovalev had to react. So both of these guys were showing a brilliant IQ in here. But now let me touch on Ward. Now, this just could have been part of his game plan, or his fighting ability is not quite what it was when he fought Chad Dawson, because I didn't see that same Ward. Or it could be because of that big right hand that set him down. Ward was very hesitant to throw that right hand. All night I was begging, like, man, counter with that right hand, lead with that right hand. He just seems to be more like, Feign with the jab and then, stab to the body, and Kovalev a few good times actually countered that with big right hands over the top. So when Ward would go to the body, Kovalev every now and then would catch him to the top. Now, one thing that Ward was trying to do during this fight, he really wanted to get inside, because what I seen from Kovalev when fighters did approach him, he really didn't have a real good inside game. He kind of stands up and he kind of hold. He wants to keep you right here. He wants you at the end of his punches so he can really get it off on you. That's what he wants. Ward wanted to get in and he wanted to do some work. So a lot of times, a lot of it was getting smothered. There was some holding going on. But Ward did get some good body shots in there. He would come in, he would dig to the right, he'd dig to the left. I would have liked to saw him, come back up top. He didn't do that. So I guess with Ward, I don't think he worked his combinations enough inside, head and body. And I don't think he used that right hand. Now, I saw a shot where Ward threw a jab and it landed and it knocked Kovalev's head back. And he was kind of set right here. In my eyes, I'm thinking, oh my God, let that right hand go. Maybe come back with something else. And he didn't do it. Now, let's just get to the decision. And I'm going to tell you my personal thoughts on that. All right, if you watch my original video, I gave this a slight edge toward 51% to 49% for Kovalev with a swinging punch couldn't change. I think the fight went pretty much along those lines. Now, when they said the decision, all judges in agreement for Ward to win, I was shocked. I was. Because instead of that 51% for Ward and 49% for Kovalev, I saw 49% for Ward and 51% for Kovalev. I thought that knockdown made a big difference. I thought even through the later rounds, as Ward got stronger, I didn't see Kovalev get weaker. I didn't see him back down. I didn't see him get as tired as Ward thought he was going to get. I saw him still pressing the action a lot of times. Now, there were times that Ward actually made him move and made him back up. It was a good fight, guys. Besides the decision that people can say is controversial, it was a good fight. Now, let's touch on the scorecards by Lampy. Man, listen. Do not go off of this guy's scorecard. I didn't agree with almost, very little of it. Some of the rounds he was giving to Kovalev, I thought Ward took those rounds. Like I said, you just cannot go off of it. And one thing, even with me watching this, which I gotta go rewatch it, when you hear, their scorecards and you hear how Roy Jones is talking, everybody that's calling the fight talking, and how the crowd will go, ooh, ah, every time Kovalev will land a shot, and then when Ward would land a shot, you didn't really hear a lot of that. It wasn't the same thing, and even if you try to judge it without those things going on, sometimes it can, still steer you in one way. I really need to go back, watch this fight without the sound, cut it all out, and just watch it. And if I could come with the same scorecard, then I can. If it's a different scorecard, then oh well, that's what it is. Now we have a winner and new. Andre Ward took his belt. He was marked up, man. His eyes inside was marked up. He had bruises all around here. The guy was in a fight. Now the Crusher Kovalev. I don't even know if he was marked up. But we did know that Ward didn't have that type of power. Now, honestly, I thought Ward did have him in a little trouble in that fight. I thought there was times he landed some really good shot. Sometimes from brief moments that I thought Ward actually had him in a little buzz phase. But another thing with Ward that I didn't like is when he did land a couple big shots, he would kind of chill for 30 or 40 seconds and move around before doing something else. So if you did have Kovalev a little bit hurt, you didn't follow up quick enough to keep him in that zone. So as Kovalev being the champion, I did not, from first glance, think Ward did enough to take it. Wasn't a landslide. He didn't dominate him. It was a really good fight. If that knockdown never happened, then I can probably say, this can go either way. with that knockdown, that is what's going to make me edge it to Kovalev. But that's my first thoughts. Give me time, guys. Like I said, I rushed in here 20 minutes. I'm supposed to be on a party bus. And from the videos from Snapchat, it looks like a lot of fun. But before I go do that, and I had to talk to you guys first. Again, this is your boy T-Dub, What's Blazing Sports. I appreciate it if you did subscribe, like, thumb up, share, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I'm out. Thank you.